check na alempo. Na only not the stuff from my don't say I go na alempo. Some boys say that them book me I be done them book.
Who is Makizar?
Makizar is a Cameroonian-born rapper, hustler, sound engineer, and the originator of Pidgin trap music.
If you had to describe your genre of music, like what would you call it?
I'll say it's Afro trap. I call it Pidgin trap.
Yeah.
You know, it's Afro trap. It's a combination of you know, trap music.
Yeah.
And Pidgin. You know, which is what we speak in Cameroon, just to give it my African flavor. So it's Pidgin trap. You know.
Can you tell us more about your musical background?
Well, I can say I've always had the juice, man. Ever since I was a kid, you know.
Yeah.
But you know, from high school, I've been rapping. You know, I fell in love with rap music, and I started rapping. I used to get into battles, got involved in a lot of, you know, rap battles, and yeah, I just fell in love with writing songs and making music. But really, it took me some time. You know, it's not until I think 2013, you know, where I decided, you know, I really wanted to, you know, make a solid career out of it. So then I decided I wanted to create something more unique. You know, I wanted to create something that represents me, that has more of my own identity. So that's when I started the whole Pidgin trap thing.
Yeah.
You know, that's why I say I have my own genre, which is called Pidgin trap. And like I said, Pidgin is a West African slang talk. You know, it's that raw slang talk from Cameroon. So yeah, man, I believe I'm the trap god when it comes to that. So that's where I'm at. Yeah, man.
Okay, man. How long have you been rapping?
Like I just said, I've been rapping for almost forever. But I'd say mostly probably when I was in high school, you know, grade 7, grade 8. You know, that's when I really started flexing a bit more. Yeah.
Okay, so would you say that you consider yourself exclusively as a Cameroonian rapper, or?
You know, of course, I like to represent my country. You know, I like to represent my country because the industry back at home is still a virgin. You know, there's some young folks coming up with music, but not the industry is not that. It's not that big. It's not booming. So I'd like to represent my country. I mean, there's my country of origin. That's where I was born. There's the country that carries my identity musically. You know, when I say Pidgin trap god, it's more based on a Cameroonian level of things. So I'd like to represent my country more often. I mean, I represent my country anyway. So, but I live in South Africa and I grew up in South Africa. So I'm kind of, you know, I represent Africa in general. I represent South Africa and Cameroon. So I mean, it's an African thing, you know. It's an African thing. Yeah.
So what would you say is your biggest, like, what's the biggest influence on your music?
Life, things I've been through. You know, things I've seen. You know, my struggle. People around me. You know. Survival, man. Survival. I mean, we in Joburg City, bro. Survival on its own, it's a movie, you know. I've seen a lot of shit. I've seen a lot of people go through things. I've seen people rise, people fall. I've seen people get killed. I've seen people kill. I mean, we in Joburg City. There's a lot that'll influence your life if you live around the city. And me, I'm from the streets. I grew up in the streets, you know. It's not like I had, but anyways, yeah. I'm more influenced by the things that happen around me, man. My surrounding, the people that I interact with on a daily basis and things like that.
Okay, so even though you're somebody who's working in, you know, South Africa predominantly, would you say that you have a tap on what's going on in the Cameroon music industry currently?
Well, of course, I've been trying to, you know, pip to see what's happening back there. You know, how's the game being run. And yeah, you know, like I said, I feel like it's a virgin. There's a lot that can be done in the Cameroon industry, you know, because our music is not exposed to the world. You know, I feel like people around the world, they're not exposed to Cameroonian talent, and I feel there's a lot of talent back at home, but you know, we just don't have the resources or the platforms to be able to, you know, sell these people out to the world or let the world see what it is that we've got.
Alright, so with that being said, are you looking forward to collaborations with Cameroon-based artists and producers?
Of course, man. Of course. Like I said, it's an African thing, you know. I mean, currently I'm featured or working with most South African artists because I'm based here. You know, those are the most people I've got access with, you know, I mean, and I grew up with some of them, so it's easier to work with them. Rather than in Cameroon, I still have to create that connection, and I still have to create that, you know, something where we can communicate. So, but so long, man, I'm keen on doing works with Cameroonian artists. I've been checking out a few Cameroonian artists. There's a few rappers out there who's holding it down, doing some amazing work. So most definitely I'm down, man, to do some work.
Oh yeah. Okay, so tell us more about Hama Hama and how that collaboration with MT actually came about.
Hama Hama.
Yeah.
You know, Hama is I mean, man. Okay, let me just clear out something real quick. I know be machine man. I know the scam. But anyway, yeah, you won't understand what I just said, but I was just clearing it out for him. When I thought of that song, it was a song that was inspired by, like I said, the people around me. A lot of people that are around me, they're the scammers, you know. The scammers, drug dealers, you know, people they pulling fraud, great man. So when I look around and I look back into the Cameroonian youth culture, I mean, that is the way half of the Cameroonian youths are eating. You feel me? So it's something that relates a lot to the West African youth culture in general. Let me put it that way, because from Cameroon to Nigeria to Ghana, everybody understands what's the meaning of Hama. You know? And that culture is something that originated from people not having a job and figuring out that I am educated, but I ain't got a job, so I can use what I have to get what I want. So that's when people started scamming, you know. Well, that's how scam became popular in Cameroon, I would say. And yeah, it's just that song. It represents Cameroonian youth culture, because that's how a lot of them are eating. That's how a lot of them get about life. So I just felt it was something that a lot of people relate to, you know, because a lot of them live that way anyways. And if you hear what the song says, it says Mawe Bolo Isopo for Hama, which means the nigga that put in the work deserves to eat. I mean, on every level you look at it, whoever is putting in the work deserves to eat, whether you're not doing something, whether you're a criminal or not. You know, I mean, if you wake up in the morning, you go to your 9 to 5 and you're putting in hard work, you deserve to get paid. So that's what it says, pretty much, the song. And with the future, man, I just thought MT would make the perfect feature for it, you know, because he's the perfect example of someone who is hammered. Like, I know homeboy from way back, you know, and he's been hustling, you know. So from where I knew him from and from where he was at on to where he is at now, you know, it's a big hammer. It's a big hammer. You gotta congratulate homeboy. So I felt like he was the perfect person to fit on that song. And yeah, man, you know, you can hear him on the song. He's spazzing hard on it. So yeah, man, that's what's up.
Okay, so are you the only artist that's signed to Motherland?
That is a joke. I could have never been the only artist. I could never be. Man, shit. Like, you know what? People need to research on Motherland, like back in West Africa. You know, Motherland is one of the biggest independent record labels in South Africa, man. It has produced, I can't even stop mentioning the biggest acts that you can talk about. When we talk about Kwaito music, it all came from Motherland. You know, your DJ Swoo, your DJ What, your DJ. Man, there's one too many DJs I can even mention, man. You know, and not just DJs, you know, man, Motherland is big, bro. Motherland is big. You know, right now Motherland has got even some amazing artists. I'm here right now, you know. Not to say I'm not even the only artist, not to say I'm not even the only rapper. We've got a few rappers in the house, you know, South African rappers, of course. We've got conscious rappers, we've got, you know, turn up rappers, we've got gom rappers, we've got the whole shebang here, man. Yo, Motherland. And yeah, man, Motherland is my people's though. It's my people's, but I'm not the only artist out here, man. Just go Google it. Motherland Entertainment /Get Her Up, and you would find out more about Motherland. There's a lot of artists out here, man.
So what are your future plans, and what should your fans in Cameroon expect from Makizar in the future?
Well, I mean, in the close future, in the near future, that is, I'm working on a remix, you know, on the Hama remix. I'm actually looking to feature a Cameroonian artist on it as well, you know. I'm just not sure who yet, but I'll probably feature Cameroonian artists on the remix, and I have a South African artist, probably have somebody from Nigeria as well, and maybe one other country, maybe an Angolan on the remix. I mean, because all around Africa, it's all about hammer, you know. Everyone is putting in that work to get that bread. So I want people to get on it and tell their stories from every angle of Africa. So that's what's up next, and I'm gonna be shooting that video. I've got a young documentary coming through as well, which I'm putting together. But yeah, that's gonna come in at sometime later in the year. Man, I've got the album, you know. I've got songs already ready. It's just a matter of building, you know. It's a matter of building, and when I feel the time is right, I'll let it go. But so long I'm just recording other songs, you know. I'm recording more songs, you know. I mean, the juice never drops, you know. You gotta keep it going, gotta keep the machine oiled up. So yeah, man, I've just been working on a lot more, and you know, yes, most def, my album will be dropping sometime soon. I would announce it. And more music videos coming up soon as well, you know. The movie, yeah, you know, not sure if it's gonna drop by the end of this year though, but yeah, we're working on that. And yeah, man, more music. Yo, you know what time it is. It's your boy Free Boy Makizar from Cameroon, still rapping Cameroon 237. I'm out here in Joburg City doing my thing. Big shout out to Motherland Entertainment. Shout out to OG Lounge holding me down. You already know what time it is. Shout out to my boy Touchline. Y'all go check him out. He's got some new fire coming through your way. Shout out to Young Scars doing his thing out there. Y'all already know what time it is. Shout out my boy 10, you know, and the whole team. Shout out to everybody that be showing me love, supporting. Shout out to my fans all in Cameroon. I got plenty more new music coming through. No sleep on your boy. You know what time it is. Pidgin Trap God in the building, babe.
Smooth criminal, Michael Jackson thriller, blood sucker, feel this thriller.